Picture that early morning when you slowly open your eyes, listening to the world wake up outside your window. Maybe you remember a time decades ago when you bounded out of bed without a second thought, brimming with energy, almost as if life had no limits. Now the aches might be a little sharper, and getting up feels like an uphill climb. You're not alone. After 65, many of us wonder if there's a small but powerful change we can make to keep living life on our own terms. The surprising news? There actually is. And it takes just 5 minutes each morning to set the tone for the whole day, and possibly add many healthy, fulfilling years to your life. So please stay with me, because we're about to explore a morning routine that top experts say can protect your heart, sharpen your mind, preserve your muscles, and maybe even extend your life by decades. Imagine Harold, a 68-year-old who once shrugged off all health advice, convinced it was too late for him. He noticed his legs wobbling when he climbed stairs and dreaded that any day a fall might rob him of his independence. Then a neighbor, a retired physician, whispered a simple 5-minute morning sequence into his ear. Skeptical? He absolutely was. But with nothing to lose, he tried it. Within weeks, he felt more stable, more alert, and more hopeful than he had in years. 6 months later, his doctor was stunned at how his cardiovascular stats improved. Harold now jokes that he's discovered the fountain of youth, and it all begins the moment he wakes up. Have you felt that nagging sense of vulnerability upon rising? Maybe a moment of dizziness or stiff joints protesting as you shuffle to the kitchen? Let's not ignore it. The next 5 minutes after we open our eyes hold enormous power. That's not just me talking. Leading institutions and doctors back up this idea with hard facts and promising studies. So let's break down exactly what you can do, minute by minute, to reclaim energy, reduce fall risk, protect your memory, and maybe prolong your life far beyond the expected horizon. I'd like to share these insights with warmth and care, but please remember, this is general guidance from experience and research. Always check with your healthcare provider to see what's right for you. Each of us is unique, and we want to stay safe. Now, let's dive in. The first minute after you wake up might be the most overlooked time in your entire day. Typically, we roll over, reach for glasses or a robe, or maybe glance at the clock with a groan. But your body is coming out of a mini fast. 6, 7, or 8 hours without water, without movement, without any external input. Let's talk about how to handle that wake-up phase in a way that sets the stage for longevity. Step 1. Hydrate immediately before you even stand up. The moment you open your eyes, your body is dehydrated from hours of sleep. Blood can be thicker, making the heart work harder. That's part of why heart attacks and strokes peak in early morning. So, keep a glass of room temperature water nearby. Drink about 16 ounces. Some prefer to add a squeeze of lemon for extra electrolytes and vitamin C. Feels simple, right? But that small act floods your system with the fluids it desperately needs, lowering blood pressure spikes and gently waking your metabolism. It's like telling your body, "Welcome to a new day. Let's start it safely." My neighbor Grace, 72, used to head straight to her coffee maker upon rising. She'd skip water entirely. Over time, she realized her morning blood pressure was spiking, and she felt lightheaded in the shower. One day, she tried this hydration-first routine. Within a week, the dizzy spells faded, and her mornings became smoother. She told me, "I never realized how thirsty my body was until I gave it water first thing." Maybe that sounds trivial, but for Grace, it was a revelation. Next, You've got about 60 seconds to jumpstart your circulation, minute 2 of your new routine. People often stand up too quickly, rushing to the bathroom, which can lead to a head rush or even a near collapse if your blood hasn't redistributed yet. Instead, once you're hydrated, stand gently. Then do a tiny movement series. Raise your arms overhead while you inhale, then lower them on an exhale. Roll your shoulders back 5 times, forward 5 times, and do 10 heel raises. Lift your heels, then lower them slowly. This total process takes a mere minute, but oh, how it helps. Blood that's pooled in your legs during sleep moves upward, your mind clears, and the risk of toppling over goes down. Maybe you're thinking, this is too simple to matter. But studies from Johns Hopkins have shown that deliberate movements right after waking can improve morning circulation by over 40%. That means fewer clots, fewer wobbles, and less chance of a catastrophic morning accident. If you've ever felt that morning stiffness that makes you wonder if your body's betraying you, this quick circulation boost might be the ally you've been missing. Let's pause. I want to ask, have you felt that stiffness yourself, that sense of my body is stuck in slow motion upon waking? Reflect on it. If you have, maybe it's time to gift yourself this gentle start. It's a small daily kindness that can pay huge dividends over time. If you believe that's worth a shot, keep listening. Now on to the third piece, protein timing. Within the first 30 minutes, aim to consume some protein. As we grow older, our bodies can break down muscle faster, especially if you skip breakfast or rely on carbs alone. The result is a gradual muscle loss that can lead to fragile strength or even falls. But what if you gave your muscles the building blocks they need right away? Some doctors recommend around 25 to 30 grams of protein in the morning, which might look like a small shake with whey or pea protein, or a couple of eggs, or even Greek yogurt with nuts. Leo, 67, used to grab just toast and jam for breakfast. Over time, he realized his arms felt weak, and carrying laundry made him tremble. Then he switched to a quick protein shake or scrambled eggs first thing. Within months, he reported stronger arms and steadier energy levels. That's because your body, after a night of fasting, is primed to burn muscle if you don't feed it. A protein-rich start is like telling your body, we're building, not breaking, muscle today. Want to make it extra powerful? Pair your protein with some healthy fats or complex carbs, like a slice of whole grain toast or half an avocado. That combination can help regulate blood sugar, ensuring you don't get a mid-morning crash. Maybe that's a small detail, but for folks over 65, stable blood sugar helps protect your energy and mental clarity too. Now you might wonder, do I really need to worry about muscle if I'm not lifting heavy stuff anymore? Yes. Even everyday tasks, standing from a chair, walking upstairs, carrying groceries, rely on muscle mass. Weak muscles can accelerate aging like few other things. And that's where this morning protein strategy can be a game changer. We've handled hydration, circulation, and protein. Next, the fourth step is a 90-second mobility sequence. Stiffness can creep in after nights of near immobility, especially in our joints. We want to gently warm them up so they're ready for the day. Less risk of twisting the wrong way or popping something out of place. Some simple moves might be ankle rolls, 10 times each direction, slow knee bends, or gentle side-to-side waist bends. This lubrication of synovial fluid in your joints can keep you nimble, which is crucial to preventing trips or sprains. Rose, an old friend, told me she rarely had morning backaches until her 60s. Then every day it felt like her spine refused to cooperate. She started a quick morning mobility routine, barefoot next to her bed, using gentle twists and stretches. Within 2 weeks, she noticed less pain, better posture, and an easier time bending down to pick up her dropped keys. Rose said, "I never wanted to be that hunched-over lady who can't do things for herself." This 90-second movement was part of her solution. Take a moment to imagine yourself doing these movements. It's not strenuous. You're not training for a marathon. You're just softly greeting your joints, saying, "Hello, let's wake up safely." That mental image might be comforting, especially if you fear sudden movements in the morning. Finally, the fifth piece, mental clarity exercise. We often forget the mind is part of the body and that how you start your day can set the tone for mental sharpness or fog. Right after your quick movements, take just 1 minute, yes, a single minute, to do a simple cognitive warm-up. Maybe you close your eyes and recall what you did yesterday in reverse order. Or you try to remember the names of every grandchild or list your friends from childhood. This brief mental challenge can stimulate the production of BDNF, a protein that helps grow and maintain brain cells. If you've ever worried about memory lapses or feeling scatterbrained, consider this. The morning is a prime window. Your brain is fresh from rest, and it's very impressionable. By nudging it with a tiny memory game or reflection, you're effectively telling your brain, "Let's be awake, let's be curious." It's almost like giving your mind a gentle push into the day, so you remain alert and mentally spry. I remember Dr. Eleanor Thomas from a geriatric conference. She spoke passionately about how seniors who engage in even minimal morning mind exercises can stave off cognitive decline for years longer than those who don't. She called it preventive maintenance for the brain. And best part? It doesn't cost a dime, just a pinch of time. So let's tie it all together. In just 5 minutes, you can. 1. Drink a glass of water, possibly with lemon for hydration. 2. Do a quick 60-second circulation routine. 3. Eat or drink a protein source to fuel your muscles. 4. Perform a short 90-second mobility sequence for joints. 5. Engage your brain with a 1-minute mental clarity exercise. All that can happen within the initial minutes of waking. Doesn't that feel simple, yet possibly life-changing? Because it addresses hydration, circulation, muscle preservation, joint health, and cognitive function all at once. Let's circle back to Harold, who was convinced he'd never see 75 with good health. He was tired, stiff, and terrified of becoming reliant on canes or caregivers. But those same 5 minutes, morning after morning, brought him a slow and steady improvement. No dramatic leaps, just a steady climb toward better health. At 70, he's bragging about how he can now walk briskly without losing breath, read without nodding off, and do light gardening without fear of falling. If you asked him what changed, he'd grin and say, "My morning." Now I'd like to pause for a breath. Can you imagine yourself adopting this? Maybe you've spent years on autopilot, waking up, trudging to the kitchen, or scrolling through your phone. But what if you replaced that autopilot with a mindful 5 minutes that could reshape your day and potentially extend your life? I hope you feel a little spark of possibility. If you've found these tips resonating, consider subscribing to our channel. This warm, caring community is built around empowering seniors with insights that matter. And if you have a friend or family member who could benefit, maybe share this video with them. You never know whose life you'll touch with a bit of caring knowledge. I also want to bring up a disclaimer. These are general guidelines from research and experience, not a one-size-fits-all medical prescription. Always consult your doctor or healthcare provider if you have unique conditions that require specific oversight, because we want you safe and thriving. Now, a little gentle humor. My grandfather used to say, "The difference between old age and youth is just how much you creak in the morning." Maybe that's an oversimplification, but we can reduce those creaks. This 5-minute routine is like oiling the hinges. Even if you chuckle at how small these steps seem, I encourage you to trust the power of compounding daily actions. Let's look at how we might personalize it. If you struggle with arthritis, maybe your mobility sequence is gentler, focusing on finger and wrist rotations as well. If swallowing large amounts of water is tough first thing, try sipping slowly while seated. The key is to hydrate, not to make yourself gulp it down. If you're a vegetarian, your protein might come from a small bowl of lentils or a tofu scramble you prepared the night before. If you're diabetic, you might choose a protein shake that's low in sugar or no sugar. Small adjustments can ensure this routine fits you perfectly. That's the beauty of it. There's no single set of instructions. It's a template, open to your personal style. Let's reflect. Do you recall a younger version of yourself, bounding out of bed, excited for the day? Age can dim that spark, but it doesn't have to extinguish it. By giving your body water, gentle movement, nourishment, and a mini mental workout, you're telling your system, "I value my health, and I'm ready to embrace another day with vitality." That positive stance can ripple through everything you do. As we near the end, let's loop back to the theme. After 65, try doing this in the morning. You could live 30 more years. Is it a bold claim? Perhaps. But countless seniors who adopt healthy, consistent morning habits see dramatic improvements. The research correlates daily routines like these with lowered risk of stroke, stronger muscles, and improved mental clarity well into older age. So the idea of adding 20 or 30 years of higher quality life isn't far-fetched. Take a moment, close your eyes, and imagine you at 85 or even 105, still able to walk steadily, carry groceries, laugh with friends, and remember all your cherished stories. That might sound like a dream, but with these small morning acts, we lay down the bricks for a future where age is just a number, not a prison. If that vision moves you, hold on to it. When your alarm clock buzzes tomorrow, let that vision pull you up. Start with a glass of water, do your quick circulation routine, then enjoy a protein source, follow with a few gentle stretches, and end with a 1-minute mental challenge. Just 5 minutes. Then watch how your days evolve. We can't control everything about aging, but we can influence how gracefully and confidently we navigate it. Thank you for spending time with me today. I hope I've stirred hope and motivation in your heart. Remember, life's big changes often come from small daily tweaks. Let's claim the morning as our ally, not our enemy. If you're ready to start tomorrow, let me know in the comments. Or, if you already have a morning ritual that helps you, share it. We're a community, and every story we tell lifts someone else. Until next time, I wish you calm mornings, strong legs, a clear mind, and a bright spark of positivity each and every day. May these simple minutes after waking become a precious gift you give yourself, one that carries you forward into many healthy, fulfilling years to come. Take care, stay kind to yourself, and enjoy the sunrise of every new day as a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more alive.